morning's Emergency Services Award honours members of our emergency teams who go beyond the call of duty in their effort to save lives.
Earlier this year, Phil Ewins was driving his car when the unthinkable happened. What followed was one of the most difficult and demanding jobs one team of firefighters has ever had to face.
Please be aware that the following film contains footage that some viewers may find upsetting.
October 13th, 2017. And Phil Ewins is on his way from Liverpool to ask his girlfriend a very special question.
That Friday evening, I was driving down to Birmingham to propose to my girlfriend, Dikla. Deciding to propose to Dikla was a very easy decision to make, but asking her dad's permission was the scariest thing I've ever done.
But what should have been the most exciting night of Phil's life was about to become the worst.
It was just a normal night on station. Call came in and it was for road traffic collision, and off we went.
Phil's car had come off the road and hit some railings.
The instant the crash happened, I felt it like a punch. I looked down and thought, so this is how I'm going to die now.
From the point of impact to getting them into clinical care, that first golden hour is critical. It seems like a fairly minor car crash. I can't say that I was prepared for something quite as dramatic as what we were faced with on that night.
Top of the railing had gone through the front of the car, through the dashboard and out the back of the seat, impaling him through the chest.
Despite his horrific injury, he remained conscious throughout.
Looked down and saw the bar through my chest and thought, this is really serious. Every moment that went by, the more I was worried about her or what I was going to put her through.
It was clear that the casualty was in a very bad way. The longer we took to get him out of the vehicle, the less his chances were of survival.
Although we had equipment that could cut the pole, there was going to be a large amount of movement. Large amounts of movement could potentially kill the casualty. I made the decision that I needed the tech rescue unit.
The technical rescue units provide fire crews with extra cutting skills and equipment, but waiting for their arrival was now using up crucial minutes of the golden hour.
The longer things went on, the more worried I got that things weren't going to end well.
There was a real sense that at some point soon we're going to have to make the call to just work with what we've got.
Let's get everything ready to go.
I was very aware that any decisions that I made could possibly kill him.
Right at that cut-off point, the technical rescue unit turned up.
I've seen quite a few impalements. This one hit the top of the list. I had to step back and just compose myself.
Doc, we're ready to come in with our foot now.
Looked at the doctor. He gave the nod and away I went. Because although we've practiced in training, we've done bars much bigger than what we were cutting through this time, they're not through a person's abdomen or through their chest. There was a lot of pressure. One wrong move could be fatal.
OK, that's clear now. That is clear.
Thanks to the firefighters' efforts, Phil was freed from the wreckage and rushed to hospital.
It was such a traumatic incident that taking stock of what you've just dealt with can hit you like a ton of bricks.
I think that night I was so incredibly lucky that it was that crew on at that time in that part of Birmingham. It could have been so different.
Representing the West Midlands Fire Service, please welcome on stage the heroic trio of Joe Poynton, Chris Hill and Matt Ward.
When you're given that responsibility, that difference between life and death, how do you make those decisions?
We train a lot. We make sure that we're sort of in the best position to deal with these types of incidents.
Yeah.
And then I was able to put the plan in place.
Well, Joe, I think there's a question that everybody wants to know the answer to. Was Phil able to propose?
Yes, Phil went on to have a full recovery, and he proposed to his wife, and he was kind enough as well to invite us to his wedding. So,
that's so nice. And in actual fact, I think we might have a photo of the wedding that we can take a look at. They all are on that very, very happy day.
Well, we do have one other little surprise for the guys this evening because they're here tonight. Please welcome Phil and Dikla. Dikla, I suppose we've got to ask you, you know, he's here for you because of them. What would you like to say to them?
I'm speechless. You've done such an amazing work, and there's not enough words to say how much I want to thank you for saving my loved one.
What you did that night, literally in the darkest moment of my life, you just managed to pull me out of there, pull me through, and bring me back to my loved ones. So thank you so much, and everyone that was involved, thank you.
Well done. Thank you. Well, presenting their award tonight from Britain's Got Talent, the hugely talented Amanda Holden, and with her a man who has actually got 999 on his speed dial, Richard Hammond.
Nice to see you.
Hello.
Hello.
I love it on these awards when we talk about the emergency services, as we so often do, because, yeah, on the one sense, we are talking about people just doing their job. Well done, you went to work that day, but that's the whole point. Every day is an emergency, so astonishing work.
You really are the pride of Britain, and we're so proud of you. Thank you so much for enabling them to carry on and live their wonderful life together.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil and Holly, and thank you, Richard and Amanda, and congratulations, Phil and Dikla. But most of all, congratulations to the West Midlands Fire Service.
Thank you.